Good morning, coaches. All right, let's go ahead and let's talk about Monday the 20th, okay? So we got a fun new way that we're going to be squatting today. And then we're going to roll into a really heavy kettlebell. And when I mean heavy, I mean like heavy setted, not necessarily heavy weight, kettlebell workout, which I think will be really fun. We haven't done a full-on kettlebell workout in a while. So we're definitely talking about those movement standards, points of performance for each of those movements. So for the warm-up today, we're really going to want to make sure that we warm up our hips, warm up your posterior chain, okay? If you don't like the warm-up that's in there, make sure that you're really getting them to engage their glutes. Hinging motion's really good for those kettlebell swings. You are going to want to warm up the shoulders, also for those kettlebell swings, for some pressing that we're also going to be doing, okay? All right, so when we get into the strength, today we're going to be doing a tempoed back squat, okay? We're doing 3 sets of 10 at an RPE of 6 to 7. Do not have them go higher than a 6 or 7 for this workout. 3 sets of 10 reps is a lot of reps. That's 30 tempoed squats in this time. Also encourage your members to use the entire time allotted for the squat portion for this. So really start thinking about, okay, if I have 3 sets of 10, how much rest can I get in there? Because 10 reps is a lot. 10 reps at a 6 or 7 is gonna feel moderately heavy, is gonna take it up to feeling quite heavy, and then we have them tempoed, okay? So we're gonna talk about the tempo a little bit, what we're looking for the tempo right now. So with our back squats, we're gonna go ahead, we'll take it off of the rack, okay? I'm not set up by the rack, so we'll just do it here, okay? Make sure that they're really braced and engaging that upper body. That's going to help when they're in the bottom to not fall forward, not have their chest come forward, making sure that they're really aggressive in that upper body as much as they are in that lower body getting ready, okay? Deep breath, we're gonna brace and squat. When we squat, our tempo is going to be 4 seconds down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm holding at this bottom position for 1 second, and then I'm going to tempo up. 1, 2, 3. Hold for 1 at the top, then I'm back into it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Sorry in that example, I'm in my running shoes, so sometimes it shifts me a little bit forward. Please make sure as they're doing these and they're resting in the bottom that they're not shifting into their toes, okay? Make sure that they're still staying in their heels, they're getting into that bottom position, keeping that chest up as much as possible, obviously with still in good mechanics of a back squat, okay? Yeah, sitting in that bottom for 3 seconds, and then coming up. Another good option for this, if you have enough people, is have them pair up and have their partner count for them. Once they get into that 6th or 7th tempoed squat, they're going to increase their count, okay? So by having somebody there to help count for them, it's going to keep them accountable for all of those tempos and all of those squats. Again, do not let them go above a 6 or 7. Hopefully, as I've explained this, you guys can see that this will take quite a bit of time to get through those 10 reps. It's going to be a lot of time under tension, and it does not need to be heavy today, okay? All right, moving on to the workout. We are going to be doing a workout. The goal is 8 minutes. It's for time, okay? It's an 8-minute goal. It's a 11-minute time cap for this one, okay? We're going to be doing 4 sets. We're going to be doing 3 movements: kettlebell swings, goblet squats, and kettlebell push presses, okay? You're going to rest 1 minute after each set and then go right back into it, okay? So, kettlebell swing. These are American swings for everybody. So we might need to get, if you have enough kettlebells, you might need people to have 1 or 2 kettlebells for this workout if you have the weight. That way they can swing or they can press a different weight than they're squatting, just depending on what their limitations are, okay? But it will be an American kettlebell swing. So using those glutes, making sure that that kettlebell is overhead. The bottom of the kettlebell should be facing the ceiling, going back into our next rep, and then swinging. A couple different ways that we can utilize the kettlebell. and help our members cycle is we can do it where we drop into the pocket and then press. That's going to be a lot of shoulder. I don't really recommend it because then you are moving into a shoulder press that we'll talk about in a minute, that's single arm. I would use more of our lower back and our glutes to initiate that drive. So looking more like this, letting that chest drop just a little bit, and then really using those glutes instead of, okay, but one cycle is faster than the other, one uses shoulders more than the other, okay? Goblet squat, we're gonna go ahead, we're going to stand a little bit outside of our hips and shoulders, toes turned out, okay? In a goblet squat, the idea is that our chest is able to stay upright as we squat down, knees are going to track our toes, okay? You can have them hold the kettlebell any way they want, as long as it's in front of their body, not on their shoulder, okay? So, it's in front of my body, I'm gonna go ahead and squat below parallel, and then come up. Again, trying to keep my chest as upright as possible, okay? Now we're gonna go ahead, go into our push press. Push press for this kettlebell is elbow is in front of the body, kettlebell is rested on my forearm, okay? And it's forward, okay? I then am going to dip, drive, okay? What I don't want to see is this, okay? Kettlebell is not resting on my shoulder, it's resting on my forearm with my elbow forward, okay? Please take time during your explanation or your warm-up to make sure that everyone can get into this good position, okay? If they cannot get into this good position and they feel like they have to be here, have them go down and wait for the press, okay? If you run out of kettlebells, use dumbbells for the press, okay? But make sure that if they're doing dumbbells, one second. Sorry, I should have had this planned. I didn't think about this until just now. If you are going to use the dumbbell, okay, same thing. I want one head of the dumbbell to be touching the shoulder every rep, elbows in front of my body, I dip, drive, okay? What I don't want to see is this, okay? Same thing, okay? I want the elbow in front of our body as we dip and drive, okay? Yeah, so that should cover that. Again, I think it's going to be fun. We haven't just used kettlebells in a while, so it's going to really spice it up. So have so much fun, and I will see you guys tomorrow.